Today in the battle arena, we got some villains going at it. Now for the heroes, let's get to the bad guys. It's Lizard versus Electro versus Green Goblin. So who's coming out on top here? Who's gonna win? Let's find out. What's up guys? I'm Daniel, this is DanCo. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, turn notifications, more videos like this one every week. Also go follow us on TikTok. Link in the description down below, and also sign off in the comments for any future videos that you would love to see. Now let's get into the fight. So starting out, I want to talk about the one guy who didn't make his way back in No Way Home, Green Goblin. Probably because nobody wants to see a goblin that was looking like a weird meth addict flying around on a glider, especially when you could have William Dafoe instead. When he was just laughing while Spider-Man was punching him in the face, that gave me chills. I loved it. The way he's able to just transform his face and his whole demeanor and talking about, can Spider-Man come out and play? Oh man. Oh man. Probably not just the best Spider-Man villain, one of the best comic book movie villains, period. Point blank, full stop, one of the best. But I'm getting a little distracted because we're not talking about Dafoe, we're supposed to be talking about the little crack boy. So Harry Osborn went to go see his father on his deathbed, where his dad told him the same thing that was killing him. That disease was genetic, and it would soon kill Harry too. And then Norman just straight up died. Which, I mean, that's kind of a dick move. To drop a bombshell on somebody like that and just the dip, that's not cool. But anyways, Harry took that news, just ran with it. He became obsessed with the idea of saving himself by mixing his blood with Spider-Man's blood. When Pete tells him no, well, Harry resorts to the next best thing. Inject himself with the same spider venom that gave Peter his powers in the first place. Clearly did not go well though. Clearly wasn't the right call. It did give Harry superpowers though. So Gobby was able to fight against Spider-Man for a little while. Like their fight wasn't very long. Didn't really feel like Peter was going all out either. More trying to stop his best friend without hurting him and save Gwen at the same time. Which, I mean, he managed to do one of those things. He managed to do one. But for real, it never really struck me that Harry was ever truly Spider-Man's equal. He wasn't overpowering or matching up against Spider-Man the same way like somebody like Lizard was. Big knock against him. He does have some nice tech though. A glider where he can fly all around on it, bombs that can blow up a clock tower, and this weird knife thing that honestly doesn't look too impressive at stabbing somebody. Doesn't look too effective. So maybe I actually spoke a bit too soon. Yeah, like his tech isn't mind-boggling or anything like that. Okay, so that's Green Goblin. What about Lizard? And Lizard and Goblin actually have kind of the same backstory. Harry thought he was dying, so he turned to Spider-Man and Spider-Blood, while Norman knew he was dying, and so he turned to Dr. Kurt Connors and his lizards. In order to rush along the experiments to try and save Norman, Connors experimented with lizard DNA on himself. And you know what? It kind of worked. It regrew his arm, which, I mean, wow, that's impressive. Only one little side effect. It turned him into a giant lizard monster. Which, I mean, yeah, that's the kind of side effect that should really be on big, bold print on the bottle. Like it might cause migraines, digestive issues, might turn into a cold-blooded reptile with insatiable hunger for human flesh and the need to bathe under sun lamps. Something like that. Anyways, being a lizard man, Lizard is obviously superhuman. In fact, he's even better than Spider-Man. He's strong enough to fight against Spider-Man, overpower Spider-Man. Was really beating Peter for most of their fights. Yeah, he's clearly stronger than Goblin. Electro isn't really known for his strength or anything. Lizard is the strongest one here. He's also probably the toughest. I mean, that might go to Electro. It's kind of hard to hit like a lightning man or being of pure electricity. But Lizard is really tough. He's taking hits and kicks and punches from Spider-Man, but none the worse for it. But probably bigger than that, the guy's just straight up bulletproof. Well, maybe not bulletproof, but definitely can take some bullets. Was just laid down by the police. Like, that's some overkill, some police brutality right there, but it really wasn't even enough. because Lizard still survived and took all those cops out. Then the biggest kicker is that Lizard can just regenerate and heal from all his wounds. He's like Deadpool out there. He cuts off a limb, just regrows it. But I think the biggest threat here, they gotta beat, well, it's gotta be Electro. I mean, really, how are you gonna beat a lightning bolt? Durability really isn't a major concern for him here. He can take attacks from Spider-Man, but besides, Electro can just dip and then reform his body at will. So you think you hurt him, you got him dissipate or whatever, then he just comes right back right next to you stronger than before. And I think the biggest thing is those lightning blasts he's throwing around. They've messed Spider-Man up, just sent him reeling. Enough to cause shockwaves and explosions, instantly kill people, stop their hearts, even burn straight through their body. I'm racking my brain here, and I just cannot think of a solid way that Lizard and Green Goblin can counter this. I mean, I guess Connors can think of some way to beat Electro just like Spider-Man did, kinda out-science him. But I mean, Lizard isn't gonna have time to run off to his lab and concoct something before Electro kills him. Water can beat him, but that seems almost more like a technicality to say he loses to water, especially when Electro is clearly more powerful. All Green Goblin's tech can be useless if Electro just sucks the power out of it, and there's really nothing that a lizard man and a meth head can throw at him that Electro can't take. Meanwhile, just one good concentrated blast and they're done for. I guess Lizard's healing factor might be a little bit of a problem, but nothing I don't think Electro can't overcome. Yeah, this guy is on a whole other level. He really is. Electro wins. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. Who do you think wins this fight? Lizard or Electro or Green Goblin? Sound off down below. Also be sure that like button, subscribe button, turn notifications, join the DanCo army, and I'll see y'all next time.